here over at San Diego Zoo. Thank you for letting me do the zoo project through a video. And now we're at the orangutan. Here with Barbara. Barbara, nice to meet you. My name is Fady. So right behind us, what type of primates do we have here?
This is a Sumatran orangutan. Her name is Sharon, and she's 21 years old.
Oh wow, 21. So she's legally able to do
yes,
it, right? All right, that's good. That's good.
Born here at the zoo her whole life.
And where's she from? Like, what part of the world?
Orangutans only live on the islands of Borneo and Sumatra, Malaysia and Indonesia.
Malaysia and Indonesia, very interesting. And what are some physical characteristics that this specific orangutan has?
Well, they have large hands. All orangutans have large hands and large feet.
Wow.
They have a opposable thumb on their foot as well. So they basically have four-wheel drive.
Oh wow, and what's that thumb for? How do they use that in the wild?
They're arboreal. They live in the trees. They rarely come down, so they're traveling all the time. Doing the brachiation, hand-over-hand travel. So having these really strong hands and feet, thumb on the foot.
We have so many.
Oh wow, and how long do these type of primates pretty much live for?
In the wild, 35, 40 years.
From the zoo.
Wow. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much, Barbara. Thank you. So over here we have the male orangutan. This one's about 19 years old, and as you can see, the cheekbones pretty much develop as it gets more mature. The hair is super long, and this one's actually the youngest adult in the zoo. And as the trainer was saying, they have to pretty much take away the dad and the son away from each other because they fight too much when they are together.
It's either in or out.
He's got his sack with him. He carries it with him.
You're going to stay in.
And all the way up there, you have one that's also asleep. How old is that one at the top?
Inda is 27.
Inda's 27.
And her 6-month-old baby.
Oh wow, alright, awesome. So Inda up there has her 6-month-old baby. She's sleeping up there, making sure it's nice and warm and comfortable. He's just chilling right there, huh? Just hanging out.
Off his rock and pop his seat right there.
So as you can see, orangutans, they are not as crazy or as active as other primates out in the zoo, but right now we are going to check out the bonobos. Over here we have the bonobos, super human-like as well. Their location is from the rainforest. They're pretty much the alpha and female anchors of a bonobo group. An interesting fact is, in the wild, great apes build comfortable nests for sleeping. Here at the zoo, they settle into sleeping quarters at dusk. You can pretty much see if a bonobo is a male or female because their testicles are pretty much right out there. Over here, as you can see, we have a female gorilla. And over here we have a male gorilla. You can pretty much tell if it's a female or a male by the size and texture of its body. They have more muscle. That one over here is passed out. Oh, sorry. That one's confused. So as you can see back here, gorillas tend to be knuckle walkers. They are very aggressive. Yesterday when I came, they were over here checking out, you know, the food, because that's where the trainer was throwing the food from. And pretty much the dominant ape, or I mean the dominant gorilla, was right over here, and then there was another gorilla over there trying to take its spot, and the dominant one was just making sure it, you know, secured its territory. It did not let anyone through, and they were literally just throwing food right down here, and the dominant one just, you know, took over. So right here, they pretty much, their feet are almost like their hands, so they can grab onto trees, monkey bar from one branch to another. Their body hair is extremely short, not as long as the orangutans. Very, very muscular.
He's sleeping.
Yeah, very, very human-like how he's sleeping right now.
Big head moving. Randy, big head.
That one over there is definitely older. You can kind of see from the texture of its hair. I'm not sure, but I feel like from what they said yesterday, that one's probably the father of one of them. Oh, no way. That's disgusting. Oh my god. That just went poof. Ooh. That was disgusting.
Budget in yen, and we have converted it, and there's
Oh. Yeah, that's disgusting.
can't afford it. Yeah.
Like a baby.
So I realized that more, but I also found like a lot of other people were, and with the budget, I wasn't really expecting to get it. So it was nice surprise.
So it seems like those two right there, those two really big ones, it seems like they are friends. And
Yeah, actually
is sharing its food.
So, I mean, it doesn't really change my job description that much. Like, I will get more work coming up, but basically...
What is up? We are now on our way to the beach to observe how humans interact with each other when they're over at, you know, the shoreline, when they're over at the beach, waiting for the waves to come. Very, very interesting, as you will see. But let's do a little bit of a recap on on what I learned over at the San Diego Zoo. So first, I want to talk about the bonobos. The bonobos, their scientific name is the pygmy chimpanzee, and they're actually very similar to a chimpanzee, and they're all like usually mistaken for a chimpanzee. But one of the main reasons why, you know, or one of the main reasons why, or one of the main differences is the bonobos, they have long legs and narrower chests. And the sexual dimorphism between bonobos is actually very small, because the males weigh about 95 pounds while the women weigh about 73 pounds. And they're usually found in Central Africa. They live in a multi-male and female group, and the females tend to be usually the most dominant in the group. And sex play for them is pretty normal. That's how they make peace with each other. And actually something that I wasn't able to get on camera when I was over at the zoo was the bonobos. They would put their entire hand in their mouth, and they would like make themselves throw up, and then they would eat the food. But it was really interesting because it seemed like they didn't really have a gag reflex, because they would literally have their hand inside their mouth for like a good 5 minutes, just trying to, like, you know, make themselves gag. But yeah, that's it for the bonobos, and yeah. So next, right here, we are gonna talk a little bit about the orangutans. Okay, the orangutans, that, like, I was able to interview the lady that was over there. She was a volunteer, but after that, I tried interviewing other ladies for, you know, other primates, and they actually wouldn't let me because they said that wasn't allowed. So I kind of got in trouble, but it's all good, you know, you got to do it for anthropology. But let's talk about the orangutans. So usually orangutans are found in Southeast Asia. Their sexual dimorphism is actually pretty great, because males weigh about 190 pounds while females weigh about 86 pounds. Its agility to climb is because of its hominoid shoulder structure, and females usually live with their infants, while males are usually just kind of by themselves, all alone. And over here it says that males are polygamous, which means that they do not form long-term bonds. They're not down, you know, for a serious relationship with females. They're kind of down to just, I guess, hit it and quit it. And they're also, I got this wrong when I was at the zoo. I said they were knuckle walkers, but they're actually fist walkers. So my bad about that. So we are officially over here at Salt Creek Beach, about to go observe some surfers. As you can see, it's not too bad, probably occasional 2 to 3s, but it's all good. It's a beautiful day outside. So last primate that I want to recap on is the gorilla. The gorilla was by far one of my favorite primates that I saw there. I mean, it was pretty disgusting. Literally got the thing pooping on video. That's something I've never seen before, so I mean, I guess there's a first for everything. But the gorilla, the reason I liked the gorilla a lot was the thing was massive, and it was just like so human, like the way it slept, the way, you know, not obviously not walked, but just like its hands. It's kind of like its face in a way. You could kind of tell like there's like something else inside of it. But gorillas are usually found within the equator of Africa. The sexual dimorphism is actually pretty great because the males weigh about 350 pounds, while the females only weigh about 158 pounds. So that's almost double its, or actually that is double its size. The adult males are called silverbacks because when they reach, you know, when they become mature and adult, they have pretty much a sprinklers turned on. They have a silver lining of hair over on its back, and they usually and they're knuckle walkers because their hands are so, and their hands and their joints are so strong that they can support the gorilla's weight. And I mean, a lot of people, they think, oh, gorillas are always trying to hunt whatever humans and stuff like that, but that's not true. I mean, if you just gave it some leaves and some fruit, I mean, it would be chilling. But let's go in the water and see what's up. Tops. So if someone comes out here on a foamy, that's bad news for them. It's mainly males out here that surf. There's more females that are beginning to come out and surf, but because males such like the dominant figure out here, it's kind of hard for females to come out and join them and try to catch waves, because males tend to be a little bit more stronger than women. And out here with the human primates, you can see they're wearing wetsuits like these to keep their bodies warm. Right now the water's about 62, 65 degrees, so it's not that bad. Some people out here are surfing with no wetsuit because their body temperature can keep them warm. So exactly what did we observe here today? Pretty much the dominant race, or not the dominant race, but the dominant sex was males. All of them were pretty much males. There were about two women that I saw, and I mean, they weren't able to catch waves. Every single time a woman was about to go for a wave, the man would go and get the wave, take it away. I mean, like, maybe if there was a lot more women, it would be a lot easier to catch waves, because you know, in my opinion, I think women are a lot more friendlier than men. But as you could also tell that when two men were about to go for a wave, there was some tension. And if someone dropped in, like for instance, if you were right here and I was right here and you wanted to go right and I was on the wave and you dropped in on me, oh man, that's bad right there. That is what pretty much creates problems with people in the surf world. And I don't know what it is, but with surfing, a lot of people, they don't really communicate with each other. It's just everyone's just kind of sitting in their own world, like kind of like literally like monkeys, just like in their own place, not really, you know, talking to anyone. And one thing that I found really funny was when I was at the San Diego Zoo, the monkeys, the dominant male wouldn't really give any food, wouldn't really give any food to the women. And it was funny over here because the men weren't really giving any waves to the women. So I thought that was really funny. But thank you again, Professor Redo, for letting me do a project class going to the San Diego Zoo, you know, coming to the beach and recording. This is actually like one of the very first videos that I'm going to be starting to make, so thank you for kind of kick-starting my video ventures. But once I make it big, you know, on YouTube and stuff like that, I'll make sure to pinpoint it back to you because you're the one that allowed me to do this. Thank you. Hang 10.